We are headed to Texas, Abilene Regional. So we got 180 miles. I did just test out a helicopter since I have more controls now. Nope, I'm still just bad at those. So they don't make sense to me. I tried configuring a few things, and one thing was moving another thing, and it wasn't, in my mind, it's not supposed to, so I was confused by it and just didn't have any control over it. So yeah, we will be sticking with airplanes for a bit. Yeah, so we got 180 miles. Let's get all of this set up to start off, and let's see what we got for gallons. 17 gallons on both sides, so 34 total gallons. Let's get that in here. 33.9, we will say that is good. Okay, so we got that set. Now let's get our flight plan in here. Well, not our flight plan, but our direct. And we're going to KABI. Alright, got that loaded up. Let's go ahead. Start it up the easy way.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
And turn on our lights, get that down. Let's find out which way the wind is blowing.
Hobbs Airport information Alpha 06000.
Wind's at 8
Wind
or 44.
Visibility 10.
So we got
Sky
a
condition.
04 here, I believe. Let me zoom in here. Yeah, we got a 03, so we can taxi. How do we get to that? It's a bit of a pain of a taxi, but we'll get it done. So, what am I forgetting? It's been a little while since I've flown, and yeah, I'm not sure what I'm forgetting, but I am sure that I am. Let's go ahead and taxi out of here. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna head this way. Hopefully not run into anything today. So yeah, very clear skies today. There are clouds moving in from the north, but they're not going to get here. There may be a few scattered from what I've seen, but overall shouldn't be a whole lot of anything for us to worry about. As we get closer to central Texas, it may start to cloud up, but again, I don't think it's anything to even worry about. My taxiing is still terrible. So, I guess we're gonna go. Let's just go 6,000 for now, because it's really flat out. I guess it's that a way to say. Well, head just fell off. Okay. Yeah. Looking for things, but there won't be anything. Yeah, the elevation is a whole lot of nothing for the rest of the way, so we're gonna cross this runway, then we gotta cross another runway, then we taxi down. But we got one passenger on board. Gonna make 8,600 from this, plus whatever our bonus is. And then also hopefully get that XP up there so that we can open up some more things. Still haven't decided what I'm going to change to. I really hope I don't record all of this in this plane and people get bored with me flying one plane, because I'm so far in advance that it's like, oh crap, if that happens, it's going to take a while to recover from that. But we got to build up some flight hours and some money, and then we can look at getting something bigger. Or there's really not anything quicker, so I think it's just, I don't know, I'm feeling maybe the Kodiak, if it can operate. If not, well, maybe PC-12's too expensive. The TMB or whatever it is too expensive. So I'm not sure which way we need to go on that. The Vision Jet is quick but small, so kind of feel like I've got to get a little more ability to haul stuff better. We're gonna go ahead and turn here. But let's just roll on and go, because AI and air traffic is a mess. I don't know if you can fire off from that, but we're going to. Should have a headwind here. Put a little left aileron. And we're at 80. You're up.
Pilot, good flight.
Let's just climb out. Get our heading set. Vertical speed on. Autopilot on, heading on. Flaps up. Let's go 1,000 foot a minute. Climb at 120, I believe is what it's supposed to be. Getting some very aggressive gusts here. But let's on the nav now. 4,700. Yeah, that's what I forgot. We didn't set our. Oops. That's not what I wanted. We didn't set our.
Hobbs Airport Information Alpha 0600.
Whatever it is.
Wind
Altimeter.
4 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 7. 2.6.
Not too big of a deal, but
0.
all right. We are off. Heading over Hobbs. Did not even do any research on this city while we were stuck here for a few days. Just watched college football. We're at 6,000 now. So we're not going to be going up very high. We got a headwind. Let's figure out, this is going to slow us down massively. Hour and 20 right now. System, we're using 17.9. We've got 33. So we're fine there, whatever speed we decide to go. Back that down. Mixture And we'll put it right on the green there. Okay. So, leaving Hobbs. High school, I assume. Couple of lakes. And now we are into farmland, which is kind of a nice change of pace from what we have been seeing this entire last few videos of just desert. We still got oil over here. So yeah, I think if we go higher, we'll get more of a headwind. So sticking low is probably the right call. We're an hour out now, so we did pick up some speed, knowing that we can burn some fuel. It's going to cost us a bit, but yeah, we'll go with about 30 minutes in, swap over to the right tanks. At least they don't have trees through all of these like they do in Nebraska. That's nice. I'm hoping maybe we get like past this line of clouds and the wind changes directions. That would be nice, but I don't think we can get that lucky. Alright, so looks like just no, we do have another town coming up, and this is Seminole. And that is, are we still in New Mexico? No, we have crossed into Texas. Hobbs was right on the state line. So we are in Texas now, and we will be in Texas for quite some time. Yeah, I don't see anything to the north cloud-wise, so it must be way up there. Or it's too early in the day and it has not really pushed down south. I believe live weather is on. Let's just double check. Yep. See, it's December 31st. So still recording way ahead of time. But I think this one is gonna get me to the point where we can do some upgrades. Hopefully we'll get to second officer or whatever it is called for the rank. First officer. We are second officer right now. And then we can switch over to a plane. What I really need is for them to get updates to the planes that I own, but with the way everything's gone so far, I don't think we're going to get those for another month or so. Overall, though, the channel is doing amazingly well. I just went over like 530 subscribers, so at this time, I only need about 470 to make it to that 1,000 mark to be able to start making money off of this channel, which would be awesome. Just because I feel like there is so much more potential in flight sim viewership than there is in iRacing viewership. Plus, I can record so many of these over a weekend. But yeah, I don't... Yeah, elevation-wise, we got nothing, or altitude-wise, we got nothing to worry about. Elevation for the ground, we have nothing to worry about. Plus, we're below the clouds. Alright, so we're reaching this cloud line. Right now it's 7 to 10. Oop, gusting up to 13 a bit. Fuel, we're using 18.5, 56 minutes out, and only a ground speed of 170, just because we've got this headwind and we're flying so low. Going to be coming up on Gaines County Airport, just ahead of us. And that is in Comanche Trails, which I don't know if it's just a neighborhood or the actual town name. We've got the airport there. Also got another one off to our left somewhere. Maybe right there. And that is Seminole Springs Service Airport. So maybe a private. So yeah, right now weather in Texas should be okay. A few days ago there were something about tornadoes in town, so yeah, it's still warm enough for that. We may catch a little bit of weather one of these days, but at least we're away from that California winter fog, which apparently is a thing. So yeah, I think we'll kind of do Texas. If we get something that can handle cold weather and icing better, then we'll probably start popping back up north a little bit. I mean, this thing does it fine, but just rather, yeah, I think the Kodiak is going to be much better at it all. So there is the runways. Sit up a little bit here. Interesting crossing of runways there. And then the ramp at the corner of them. Go-kart track or dirt bike track. Good. We got a name on that. Is there anything? Nothing. Could have just been a path where people turn around often. Alright. Well, now we're in between the clouds, and wind is still about the same, so I don't think we're going to get it to flip on us. Next up, La Mesa is going to be north of us, and Ackerley will be right in front of us or slightly to the south of us as we get up here, but still got quite a ways till then. Yeah, flat as can be. Now I do believe once we get south of Lubbock, we are going to start getting a little bit of canyon and drop off, if I remember correctly from the last time that I was down flying around here. I know that there's a big, like, it's not a canyon, it just drops off about, I don't know, maybe 500 feet and opens out. What is that over there? Strange. Just this random circle. So we're following US 180, which it seems like we've been following for a while. That those numbers keep popping up. We have a lake over there, Cedar Lake, not the racetrack. We're almost past the only clouds in the sky. So yeah, we're still using 18.6 gallons per hour with 31 left. Not a whole lot to see here, but it's not desert. Got some farmhouses, patches of trees. Yeah, La Mesa is just going to be up the road. Yep, the wind is just exactly in our face. Like maybe a slight turn to the left or to the north. But most of the time, right in our face. So we've gotten lucky with the wind. I'll take this, because had we needed to be up at like 10,000 to get over terrain, I assume the wind would be a lot stronger and worse up there. Yeah, overall we've got 48 minutes left in this flight. Still really enjoying this game. Even though it's got its issues, it is, I don't know, there's something about exploring that I enjoy. So I think sometime in the summer I'm going to pay to have my pilot moved over to Europe for a month and do some flying over there. I want to go land at my favorite airport in Germany. Can't tell you the name of it because I have no idea what it is. It is kind of in between two lakes. These lakes were formed by, what is the word for it? It's a volcanic explosion that happens when the water heats up and then blows the ground out. It's not a geyser, but I can't think of the name of that right now. But yeah, I randomly got sent to it when I was doing air hauler like 3 years ago. And yeah, it is absolutely one of the coolest airports. It's very small, but it's over in wherever that river is that weaves around, and you got these amazing towns that are on the side of the river down in the valley. So I want to go there, and then since Europe is so small, fly the channel, go up into England, because I always enjoy flying over all that as well. So yeah, I think that'll be the summer vacation. I've got to see how much money we need to relocate over there, and then we'll have to rent a plane over there as well. But that is the plan for later in the summer. Just to really change up scenery for a bit, get some flight time out of the country. And we still may head to Mexico. Depends on where we get sent down here in Texas. Alright, now we're starting to get trees, random buildings. We do have a little tower right there. It's an interesting place for one. Yeah, we're getting random buildings over there. I don't know why it sees that and thinks there's a building. They got to be able to work with the open maps or whatever it is, because that has most of the buildings plotted on it. And so if it's not on there, you should be able to go, okay, AI, this isn't really a building. But I'm guessing maybe it doesn't have every farmhouse and everything. Alright, so there is La Mesa. Anything interesting in town? No, just looks like small town America. It's got a hospital, some parks, a really tiny golf course it looks like. A park named Pioneer Park, which is like probably the most common park. Probably. Yeah, look at all this. I don't know why AI does that, but it looks so bad. We're just gonna look away. Oh, we got one more cloud left. There it is. We better make sure we stay far, far away from that cloud. The wind, no change once we got past that. I guess we do still have clouds over there, but really nothingness. There's no clouds, no hills. This may be the most boring flight we've done yet. I mean, at least in Nebraska, I kind of know the area. So yeah, next up, it looks like we're going to be flying probably just north of Ackerley, which is a extremely tiny town right on a county border. I bet that causes a ton of issues. And it is on Highway 87. train track, I assume. Was that rail? No, that was a highway. There's a whole lot of roads leading into that town for how small it is. Then we got Lake J.B. Thomas coming up. Oddly, cannot see it. Normally lakes stand out a ton. Is this that drop away? Yeah, so it's starting to drop. We kind of got some hills over there on the horizon now. It's not going to be as impressive as everything that we've flown over, but there's going to be something starting here. Abilene, it's actually kind of a big... Whoa, their airport is weird. Wow, that is a very strange airport. It is, you'll see when we get there, it is massively spread out. Got some terracing going on here. Is that a hill? Is there actually hills down there? It doesn't look like there's a hill, but there must be. What are you over there? Maybe a solar plant? Alright, so this is US 87. Looks like it's a 4-lane highway. And that leads to Ackerley here. Am I saying that right? Yep. Ackerley. They actually have an airport. Well, they might not have an airport. It's Coleman Cattle Company #1 airport. So, again, I think maybe a private. So yeah, we got a bit, well, we got a whole lot of wind, we got some solar, we've got a bit of a, what are we going to call this? Is it a basin? And it kind of drops down. It's not a canyon, it's too wide for that, but see it just starting to form up there. I don't know if we're gonna see much of it. It looks like it stays pretty flat in front of us. We're still headed right for this lake, and I don't see it. Oh, is that it there? Yeah, okay. Darker terrain. Ooh, we got two things called mountains. We got West Gunsight Mountain, East Gunsight Mountain. Elevations of 814 meters. I don't have my phone to do the conversion, but I'm gonna guess not very tall. And it kind of looks like we've got a bit of a, what do we got going on here? Alright, so just up ahead, it's showing like a crazy weird line that zigzags all over the place and has wind turbines all over it. So I'm gonna guess that it's like slightly elevated. Honest, I don't see anything. I mean, we are flying low and I see very little elevation change other than this hole over here, that hill. And then yeah, we'll see what Gunsight Mountain has in store for us, but we'll probably not even be able to see it. Alright, so we got a little creek here that kind of on a rainy day leads into the lake. Then we got another creek to the north. Alright, I'm seeing a little bit of elevation here. Tiny little hills. Something sort of kind of happening. A lot of trees though. I think it's just because this is a wetlands area. It's definitely got to be kind of sunken in and kind of collects everything. Alright, so here's the wind farm. Maybe those are just power lines that it was marking around there. But at the end of the wind farms is our two mountain peaks, which I'm gonna guess they named them mountains for a laugh. It's before the lake, so it's got to be like right over here. It's probably that little peak there. Alright, let's hop over to the other side. We put the passenger in the back seat, so it's okay. Not sitting on laps. Okay. We are almost in line with it. And we do have a little valley there. Yeah, a little bit of a valley here as well. Trees filling it up. I'm trying to find anything that indicates. Alright, so the mountains that they have noted on here are right up here. It's off of this curve, and somewhere along here is supposedly a high point. So maybe that there. And then maybe one over here, but we would have to probably get 2,000 feet lower to even figure it out. I mean, it's not even a hill. Not from this angle. Disappointed. There. Right there. That's got to be it. So it must be two mountains that make it look like an iron sight or something. Or two hills that make it look like an iron sight. Alright, well, that was exciting for 5 minutes of trying to figure out what the hell that was. Up next, we've got Colorado City. Snyder, Texas. And I'm assuming we've got a dam here. Does it have a name? Apparently this is the Colorado River. I don't believe that's the same Colorado River. Yeah, it looks like we're going to start getting into some population areas. We're going to go over Sweetwater, Texas, and then into Abilene. And we're 30 minutes into this flight, so switch that on over. "30 minutes left. Probably about 40 minutes into this. Well, no, we're probably 30 minutes into the flight. Usually takes me like 7, 8 minutes to get off the ground, and that was a long taxi as well, so. Alright, well. Lake J.B. Thomas. Not a natural lake. Look, I see a bump in the horizon. Our airport is at 1,771 feet, so the ground is definitely dropping away from us. The airports we're coming up on now are 2,209. Where we left from, Hobbs was at like 4,000. 3,700. So it's slowly falling away. Unfortunately, we're not really looking to see that kind of area that drops away south of Lubbock. Got a little island here. Oh, no, it's not really an island. A little higher water and it would be. Their house is built on here? Yep. Alrighty. Oh, it does have quite a few little islands out in it, though. That's a bit dangerous. If people are boating out there, that is a lot of things to avoid. Doesn't look like a whole lot of houses though, but it also looks like really kind of rough terrain around these points. I just want to see if anyone's got a house out here. And it looks like there's something right there. We got the dam. And then the river off of it. Alright, so wind has changed directions a little bit and gotten lighter. So we have picked up a tiny bit of pace. 178 ground speed. Let's see if Winston Field and Snyder has AWAS.
Kilo Sierra November, Kilo Automated Weather Observation 0700 Zulu. Wind 03605. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear.
Okay. still not a lot around us. So Snyder is up here, or up here, somewhere in this direction. And Colorado City is down there in between those lakes. It's a very small town though. And straight ahead is Sweetwater, somewhere way up there. Go ahead and tune to their airport. Not a whole lot around us.
Sierra Whiskey Whiskey, automated
Same
weather
wind.
observation 0700 Zulu. Wind 035.
What are you? You're a little town. Are you a town? Doesn't have a name. Ira? Does have a name. That is Ira. Yeah, there's Snyder. And then Colorado City is back behind the A-pillar. There's their airport, though. Looks quite large. It's got a lot of grassland around it as well. Let's pop on over. Take a look at it. Doesn't look like it's got any buildings. But yeah, that's Colorado City Airport. Elevation there is 2,200, 5,300 foot runway. Looks like possibly a maybe a refinery or something. I don't know if that's what I'm seeing on the map, but there's so many power lines headed into this area, but that could be something further up the road. I'm not sure what this is. No, okay, so everything that the power lines are headed into is right below us now. No idea what this is. We'll assume something to do with either farm or oil. That's looking kind of farmy. And no, it's kind of looking oily. It's trying to put buildings on, well, yeah, I assume those are tanks. Yeah, those are definitely supposed to be round. That, or it's some sort of water treatment area, but I assume that's a little too far away from Abilene to be a thing. Although there is some ponds around it, so maybe it is. Alright, Sweetwater up next. It is by a tiny little lake. Got a road that's crossing in front of us heading to it, and we got a road off to our right that's going to it. Can't see either of them. And then we got tons of wind turbines all over the place. Look at that. We've got hills right in front of us. And we got this really deep valley there too. So is Abilene before the hills or after the hills? Alright, so we got the highways meeting down there at Roscoe, Texas. That will lead into Sweetwater. And then the hills are after Sweetwater, Beacon Hill. Currently have 25.5 gallons of fuel, 17 minutes out. This is US 84. Next up is going to be Abilene, so probably find it here. Just, you bastard. It switched right as I got to it. There we go. Alright.
Abilene Airport information, Quebec 070, Zulu. Wind 005 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 11. Dew point 0. Altimeter tree 017. 10. ILS runway tree 5R and visual runway tree 5L in use. Landing and departing runway tree 5R and runway tree 5L. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Quebec.
I want to hear the
Abilene
wind
Airport
one more
information,
time.
Quebec 070.
Wind's at
0
5.
Wind 00
Okay, so 3-5. So okay.
Visibility 10. Sky can
Alright.
Abilene Tower, November 21684, is 4 miles west, 6,000 feet with Quebec to land.
Okay, we were a lot further out than I thought.
November
I was thinking
21684,
minutes.
Abilene Tower. Altimeter tree 0. 21 make left downwind, runway tree 54. Make left traffic runway tree 5, R684.
They changed up what the altimeter was. So let's take a look at this. We are going to be landing on the faraway runway. So I'm going to go ahead and go like that and turn heading on. That way we just kind of ease ourselves south of the airport. Stillwater, Texas. Sweetwater, not Stillwater. Not in Oklahoma. What has the wind started to do here? Okay, we got a crosswind now. That has picked up. Yeah, there we go. What do we got down there? That is a weird, maybe a park? We'll go with it's a park. And a spider? Or a butterfly? Or a turtle? I have no idea what that building is. Probably not shaped like that. But hey, look, we've got hills that we can actually see. The terrain is slightly changing. We're 11 minutes out. I think we need to change. Go a little more aggressive to the right here. That way we just skip over the Air Force Base or Army Base or whatever it is. No, Air Force. Catching a little tailwind now. Alright, so we are following, there's this little road here, it looks like, no, that's a railroad. We're following that down. That's going to take us to the abandoned Camp Barkley military base. And once we see that, we'll be far enough south yeah, the railroad is it that or is it that? I'm gonna go with that line. there, surrounded by trees. Yeah, that's a road that's probably power lines, but there is no power lines there, so I'm not sure. But then that, with the trees on both sides, is the railroad. And 9 minutes out. I have to start thinking about landing. Once it's at 4,000 feet. So yeah, see the airport is, this is where we're landing. Here's the other one, and then apparently this crossing runway is no longer in use. So, yeah, it looks like this used to be what the airport was, with maybe a terminal ramp here or something. That looks to be all abandoned now. So now we just got these two runways. So 4 miles out, we want to be at around 3,600. I don't know what squiggly arrow line means. Maybe at that point and not at this point. No idea. Not gonna worry about it too much. We're just gonna be landing. And not using GPS or anything. See, we got some photogrammetry coming up. Little town just ahead, Merkel. And we are 6.5 minutes out. Wings are about even on fuel. Definitely had way too much, but again, I got scared and didn't want to underfuel. Haven't done that yet. And we had the weight to work with since we're only hauling one person, 50 pounds of cargo. So there should be the Air Force Base right there. Yep. Then the town, got a lake, and the airport is back behind the lake, and I assume that is maybe the ramp, or maybe not. We're going to go ahead and just stay at 6,000 as we cross over the approach of this runway. Once we get past that, then we'll drop it down. Drop down to 4,000 quickly. Few streaky, very high clouds.
Generic 5 Tree Tango, leaving Parking lot airspace frequency change approved.
That's not me, right? Yeah, okay.
Abilene Tower generic November 665 Tree Tango frequency change.
Didn't hear anyone requesting takeoff or anything, so don't know what that is. Alrighty. Once we clear this, we'll drop in. Looks like we're taking the top off the hills. And then we've got the old military base right around here under us. Yep, that looks military. Alright, airport in sight. That is our runway. That's the old crossing runway. The other runway's there. And that is where we're parking. So, we're about to clear this. Let's go ahead and that up, mixture up, throttle back, and vertical speed. 1,000 a minute here. May have a look around town after we get landed. I know the video's kind of long, but since it is photogrammetry and we can see things like that that aren't just completely broken. Man, this wind got strong. Alrighty. Making a left in. Let's go ahead and put our speed brakes on here. Still got a ways to fall. This wind is pretty aggressive, but at least we're not going to have a crosswind unless it decides to change. Alright, so we are at 4,000. I'm going to let it level off because it will trim it up. Once we get down to 100, I will take autopilot off and get the flaps out. A little bit of throttle. So much runway to work with here. Just gonna follow this road. Yeah, we're getting 16, 17 knot winds right now. Okay, we can comfortably. What are we at? We are 7.3 out. But that's from way up in the center of the airport. We climb back up to 4,200 because we're getting a lot of lift here. Full flaps. Having trouble killing this speed off, but the minute we turn into this wind, it's going to really drop off, and we're going to need some throttle. Hopefully it'll calm down how much we're getting bounced around here. Wow, almost up to 20 knots. Alright, which one's the runway? Is it on the right? Yep. Taxiways are black, runways are white. Concrete-ish. 3,400, elevation 1771. Wind is dropping now. As we turn in, need a little bit more throttle. Surprised it hasn't given me clear to land. Should be any second. There it is.
684 wind 005 at Niner. Clear to land, runway tree 5R. Cleared to land, runway tree 5, or 684.
Alright. Taken care of. 2,800. We're a little low here, I feel like. Pushing left on the rudder to try to get us over a little bit more. Still feel a little low. I'm having an awkward time lining up here. We've got a direct headwind, so that's not it. I'm just feeling uncomfortable. Speed brakes are off. Landing and taxi are on. And we are way too high now. We are floating up all of a sudden now too. What was that noise? That's not a noise that should have been a thing. Alright. Bring it down. Ooh, it sunk really hard there for a second. Floating.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing.
All right.
Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Well, we got it down.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Flaps up. We're gonna taxi all the way down
684,
here.
turn next taxiway.
.99 feet per minute. 62 knots.
Contact ground on 121. 7. (121) 7 for 684.
Alright, now we got a bit of a taxi to do. Gonna try to find out where general aviation goes. Although this taxiway doesn't look all that wide. But the runway is huge, so I'm guessing they get something fairly large here. We got jetways to nowhere. That's interesting. We are going too quick. Just gonna try to make that turn, but we're just gonna go back here, I guess. I think these are private hangars. But that'll work. If I tried to make that left, it would not have been good. We got a random ass little ramp off that direction. Hopefully this will count as parking and our passenger will be able to get out. Let's find out.
Transporter. Disembarkation in
Cool.
progress.
All right.
Stand by.
So, take a look at what we got. Used 154 pounds of fuel. $646 total fees. And it does not look like we got the
Transporter.
money
All the
or
passengers
the
have
XP
disembarked.
that I needed.
Good job. See you soon.
But we did get $16,778 off of that.
Let's get out of here.
So I am still $300 XP away. We earned 155 XP on that. So, kind of gives you an idea. We got maybe 2 more flights. Let's free cam it real quick. So yeah, we did not go to the right place. All of this is not right at all. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm gonna guess it's supposed to be a terminal. That is not a terminal on here. Then this is general aviation. It's missing a building. All these hangars are way oversized. We've got a random thing here. It's floating in the sky. As for Abilene, we've got a whole lot of photogrammetry of just kind of nothing. Over here we got the old runway and the old buildings. Got, what is this? Got a building that is being ripped apart or has burnt down or under construction. Take your pick. Then I assume this is maybe the college. Nope. Apparently it is 2 different high schools, or they are a very weird breed of mascot. The Cougar Eagle. Shotwell Stadium. Then over here, I'm sure there's gonna be like a ton of stadiums in this town. I think there's a college in here, isn't this? I'm pretty sure. This town is kind of spread out all over the place. So we've got one. The tall building is all by itself over here. I've kind of noticed this about these western Texas towns. They're very spread out. But I don't know what you are. Interesting. Little architect there at the bottom of it on this side. Then we'll have downtown. I'm guessing this is like a convention center. Can we read it? Nope. It's definitely a old school convention center. It's probably dug into the ground. Maybe it's not even that. I don't know. Got a bank. Got a castle tower, it looks like. I'm assuming it was residential. And then a bunch of empty lots, which is a Texas thing. I assume it's parking. Let's get up a little higher. We got another high school over here. Ooh. It is not liking me going over the world like this. Got the Air Force Base back here. Yeah, I don't know if the college is actually here because I'm pretty sure they've got a like a D2 or FCS team. What do we got over here? This looks like a high school. Oh man, the frame's bad. Yeah, Bulldogs. It is really not liking, I mean, it is being very jittery. This is a massive area of nothingness, which screams college, but maybe they don't have a football team. But yeah, there we go. Abilene. Not too much to it. Just kind of surprising. I thought it was actually bigger, but what is that? Is that where we were already? No, we were not over here. This is a much bigger stadium. This looks like a college. Definitely a college. There we go. The Wildcats. So, yeah. Nice little flight. There is some elevation around us, but we'll move on to the next flight, and hopefully you're enjoying this. Thanks for watching.